Hello, and welcome to the fall semester in social psychology. So, I've had a few professors when I have taken online classes provide like a video tour of the class. So, that's what I'm going to try to do here for the next few minutes. So, bear with me. I was going to use my phone, but the memory is full on my card and I can't record anything else. So, I'm going to try to use the camera here with the computer. I want to take a few minutes. First of all, welcome to class. I'm very excited to teach this class. I taught it a couple of years ago in a face-to-face format, and it seemed to be very engaging, and a lot of folks, I think, found it to be kind of an entertaining class. It should be an entertaining and lively subject base that we're dealing with. If you have the text looks like this right here. And it's a couple of years old now. I was hoping for a newer edition. I looked online and they haven't come out with a formal new edition. They actually have a 12th edition, but it's more of like a loose leaf. And so we stuck with this particular book. And I would anticipate they're probably going to update this next year or two. But this is what we have for now. Um, and the one thing about social psychology, it deals with human interaction, how we interact with each other, even kind of understanding humans socially on an individual, group level, and then maybe even a bigger systematic level than that. So we'll be taking a look at quite a few things, and it should hopefully be an interesting course. So without further ado, let me kind of walk you through the course design. I'm going to take this down. I'll put it back up here in just a moment. So here's what if you log on and you go to the home page. So here's our social psychology home page right here. And I want to go ahead and click on a few things so you know what you're looking at. So here's the course orientation. Just follow it in order. You'll notice that I have a file here, Randolph online format. And so that will help you kind of navigate my expectations of the course, kind of what I see as important for folks when they're taking an online class. And so it's just kind of a general statement, and you're welcome to read through that. Secondly, I have some course expectations in etiquette and writing. So if you would go ahead and read through that, and that will give you an idea of how to write in the course. That's going to be the primary way that we interact. So I think that's important to note that there are certain guidelines. It's not Skype or Twitter. And so it's important that you pay attention to how you're writing, what you're writing, and what you say. I would definitely probably recommend writing something into a Word document first, rather than just typing it out and putting it online. That way, you have a chance to run a spell check. Word helps you with grammar. It gives you a chance to kind of read through something before you post it online, because there's once you post it, it's kind of there. It's not like Twitter, where if you misspell a word, you can recall that and send it again. It's a class format, so be sure that you formulate your thoughts pretty carefully before you put them out there. And let's see. Another thing is social psychology. You'll notice covers anytime we have a human interaction. There's a potential for conflict. And that's probably the hardest thing that folks throughout life have to do, is to navigate relationships with other folks, particularly people that might have a different set of beliefs or worldviews than yourself. So that will definitely be exposed in this class. There is no way, given the subject matter, that differences in opinions, in worldviews will not be exposed or come forward in this class. So just be prepared to be challenged. Be prepared to take a few deep breaths if you see something that you don't particularly agree with. And hopefully that will help you moving forward. So let's go take a few more minutes to go through this. So there was the course orientation. I have given a critical dates tab. That was from my last online course that I taught. A lot of people felt like there's too many tabs over here to look at. I can't keep track of everything. So I have some critical dates. The critical dates are Monday through Thursday. This is the time to review the material and post an initial response. And so in your discussion, you'll be given kind of a question to address, and you'll need to address that question before Thursday at midnight. If you do run out of time and you don't get your post before Thursday at midnight, you won't get credit. It's just the way that this course is set up. You have to have things turned in so people have a chance to respond and discuss. So Thursday at midnight and Sunday at midnight are the absolute deadlines. And so your initial post will be worth 12 points. Your post, your comprehensive and well thought out response to your peer or peers will be Sunday at midnight. So you're responsible for 2 posts at least per week. The first post has to at least be 350 words, well thought out, cited. Your second post has to be at least 200 words, and again, needs to reflect some depth in thought. Other critical dates, you have an exam, first reflection paper due. You'll have 4 of those. Those are due on the 11th of September, the 9th of October, the 6th of November, and the 4th of December. Your exams are as written the 25th of September, the 30th of October, and then your final on the 11th of December. Those will be given in an online type format. Okay, so let's move on. You have your syllabus, and you're welcome to download the syllabus here. And I believe I have it. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe not. Maybe I closed it out. So you can download your syllabus, take a look at it. I encourage you to do that. That always helps. That's kind of our roadmap. Here's a tab with PowerPoints and resources. So you can see I have a lot of resources that you can't see yet, but the first thing that you should see would be the Social Psychology 827-17. That's the first PowerPoint for next week that you can see so far. Here's our discussion board. What I want you to do, if you have any questions for me, I haven't answered one. There's a new one there. If you have any questions for me, please post them here. If you don't get a response, please go ahead and email me. I've provided my email address there, and so that may mean that I'm busy doing other things and haven't looked at this particular course. And so go ahead and email me if you need a more immediate response. Plagiarism agreement, I see that some of you, everybody will have to sign that. That's a requirement. And then I'd like everybody to introduce themselves this week. And so you can respond to several peers. You don't just have to respond to 1 or 2, and you don't have to follow the 200-word response thing for this week since it's just an introduction. But I would like you to answer the questions here under Randolph Introduction rather thoroughly. So this is where the questions for this week will come in. If you read through my biography and a little bit about me, then you go down to the bottom, and there's the questions for this week. So please respond to those online. And you'll see I've got some discussion questions for us. Those will be put out each week for you to look at. And And the thing is, if you miss a deadline, it's really important that you stay up to date, because if you miss a deadline, those threads are going to disappear. And so, please, 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 do your best to be timely in your responses. I'm not going to accept late work. And if something comes up, please email me. Please let me know. Uh, and maybe an exception can be made, but that's only in emergencies. Okay, so then those were our discussions. So hopefully, uh, by taking a few minutes to kind of orient yourself to what's on there, it'll make the course easier. If you do have questions, please feel free to email me, and I look forward to getting to know each one of you better, and look forward to a good semester of mutual learning, and and some good discussion. So take care. Hope to see you soon.